Well, hello, Bull Runners. Hello, Bull Runners community. Welcome everyone to this live we have today. First of all, I want to thank everyone for attending today's live. It's going to be a special one. As you see, I have my man Mike with us today from Crypto Lounge. Welcome, welcome. And then we have a special guest and actually a community member as well, Darren Williams. Thank you very much for being on with us today. Welcome, welcome, brother.
Hi, Steve. Thanks for having me.
How's everybody
So
doing, brother?
doing great, doing great. I hope everybody's having a good day so far.
Yeah, we're
Absolutely,
doing good. Doing good, brother.
absolutely. Community, today is going to be we're going to do an announcement today that we're really looking forward to. I'm sure the community has been waiting for something like this. Like I said, we prefer always to make sure everything is lined up and ready before we announce it. So we're really looking forward to this. Before we get to that, let's look at the chat real quick. Let's see who's here. Um, we got Foster. Thank you very much. The bulldozer enough. Appreciate the donation. Thank you very much, Foster. Always good having you here, brother. CEO, what's going on, my man? Nice having you here as well. There is no live stream without Chris White. This brother is all the time here. Appreciate you, Chris. Nice having you here. We got Mike Jones. Sigma, what's going on, Sigma? I remember your question you asked, so I'm going to answer it in this live today. So, CEO again, Glenn, what's going on? Justin is here. Look who's here.
Yeah, look at that guy. What's that guy doing in the chat?
Crypto family, welcome, welcome. Zamunda, what's going on, brother? Valerie, beautiful. Nice having you here, Valerie. Mercy, nice to have you here as well. Water cutter guy. Who else? Oh, C Bullrun, what's going on? It's been a while, brother. Hope you're well. Glenn is here. Heather, welcome, Heather. Nice having you here as well. We got Fawn. Theo, brother Theo, welcome, Theo. Nice having you here as always. So, Confed, who else we got here? Texas, Combo Cabbage. Nice having you here, brothers and sisters. Thank you very much for turning up. It's really amazing having 54 of you in here. We're really looking forward to this to share some information with you, some updates. Kuna, welcome. Confed, DJ Corey, Miroslav, Dar, welcome. Flash, Salihu. Sorry, but I can't pronounce this one, but hello back to you as well.
That's a tough one. Yes.
Mike, nice having you all here. It's amazing. So, without further ado, community, first of all, I want to thank you, all of you, for being this week. You've been pushing hard, as always. You've been making a lot of noise. You've been very engaged with the community. I want to thank you all very much for being such an amazing community. I want to take this time to really just appreciate all of you. You've been doing amazing work. You've been very engaged on socials, keeping the chart, holding the lines on the chart. And I just want to thank you all very, very, very much for all that you've been doing. I appreciate every single one of you. The question that has been lingering was, okay, what's next? How are we going to bring BRL to the next step, to the next stage? How are we going to do that? This question is going to be answered today by our community member as well, Darren here, and let's bring him in. What do you think, Mike? Let's
Yeah,
hear from
absolutely.
you. So Darren, welcome again, brother. Thank you for coming and joining us here on this live.
Hello,
We
everyone.
want to share this with the community. So first of all, tell us about yourself and let the community understand what you do, and let us know about yourself.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Steve. Yeah, thanks for having me on the AMA as well today. Appreciate it. So myself, I'm a organizer in London, and I do festivals and club shows in mainly London, but in the UK. I've been doing that for the last 11 years or so. And started small, but now we just managed to build a massive organization out of it. So what we're trying to do is connect the dots between Bullrun and the scene that we are currently in, which is the house scene. So yeah.
Absolutely. First of all, could you elaborate more about that, of what exactly you do? And yes, you're right. It's very important that projects, especially in crypto, have that real world utility connected to it. So I like what you said at the end. And that's what we're trying to do between the two brands. So tell us more about 100% House. What is it about, and what do you
Okay.
do?
So 100% House. It's a house brand in London. It's now gone from hundreds to thousands attending now. It started 11 years ago. So at first it was a struggle because there was a lot of house brands in the capital. But obviously, me being myself, I was just determined to make sure that it pushed through, and it did. So, like I said, this is our 11th birthday. So, and we put a lot of promoting, a lot of organizing, a lot of reach as well. Obviously, because it's competitive in that market. So to get to where we did, it was a huge push marketing wise. And yeah, so like I was saying before, we're trying to cross the dots between real life utility and the token. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Now, I'm glad that it came from you first, and let me sum up what we have here, community. Let me break this down. The way we take this approach, we have a partnership with Darren and his organization, because we want to target a specific audience, a specific niche, uh, a specific demographic, so that we can connect Bullrun to real life utility, which are major events in England, in London. So we did this partnership, we closed it down. We have this partnership with Darren's, with 100% House, that will be sponsoring their first event, which will be coming this April, which is the 11th anniversary. So
Yeah.
Bullrun will be sponsoring that.
That's on Easter Sunday. So, I mean, obviously, we have loads of community members from different countries. So, Easter in England is April the 9th, so that everybody knows. And as you can see from the profile picture, it's our 11th birthday. So, we've been here 11 years. This isn't something that's just come overnight. We've been here 11 years. We've sold out every show other than our first show.
Wow.
So I mean, if Crypto Lounge could probably in a bit, he'll pull up some of the shows.
Yeah, most definitely.
Including our last couple of shows. But yeah,
Exactly. So community, this is major. This is really major because, like we mentioned, we wanted to always do collaborations with the real world, projects, real world entities that are already doing major things in the real world, and then make sure that we align ourselves with them to get more exposure. So this was to also make sure that we take Bull Run to the next level as far as exposure. We having the right demographics, we have the right crowd, and we'll be
Mhm.
there. We'll be the main sponsor actually there for this event. So
That's right.
Darren, go ahead. Tell us what that will entail. What does that mean? Like this partnership for both brands, and
So
what are
for,
we looking at right now here? Um,
so on the screen, this is our main brand, which is called Land of Legends, which you can see on the left hand side. That this is a collaboration with New World Fest. This was never done before, so this is the first time ever been done, and this was 15,000 people. And this was in Essex, in England. Um, as you can see the tent to your left. There's another tent to your right. There's another actual stage further back also. And the music was just different genres on this particular show here. If Crypto Lounge could bring up the house show, that'd be good. But for both brands, what this does for Bull Run is the exposure for Bull Run is what we're looking for. You can see. Yeah. So this show was the last show in November. Literally a couple of about 7-8 weeks ago, I would say. And this is in London's Waterloo, Leek Street. It's the most famous graffiti tunnel in the world. And they have arches down there. There's about 3 or 4 music arches. There's food arches down there also. But yeah, we this is our home basically. So there's 3 arches in this particular venue. And this is our main house brand. So as you can see, where this is the front. Yeah, as you can see, we're busy. So
Oh
you know,
yeah.
this is just art. This is just one arch. There's actually 3 arches like this. So yeah,
No, this if I may get into it, Steve, this is untapped. This type of accessibility, this type of genre of crowds when it comes to a token crypto versus music. And house
yeah,
is pretty big, man. House
yeah,
is huge. It's got a huge following. It's been that way for years, and
yeah,
it's real big overseas too. That's the actual. I don't know if a lot of people know. That's the origin of house over there.
yeah,
That's where it came from. The
yeah,
essence of it. So it's
yeah,
big. It's an untapped situation, and just to implant BRL into this arena, it's pretty
yeah,
big.
yeah. Because first things first is the whole arena is going to be covered in BRL
Hmm.
from top to bottom, as well as 100% house. As you can see, the back screens there, it's got our logos. In the front there on the Harris fencing, you can see our logos also. So, this is also it's the 9th of April. So it's a 3-month campaign
Hmm.
in England with BRL spreaded over the whole of mainly London, Essex, Kent. But online wise, impression wise, we're talking probably about 200 to 250,000 is going to go to
Wow.
impression wise because of the way that we promote,
Hmm.
and the way we try to, get it out. Because it's not just about the first event. We've been there for 11 years. How have we managed to sustain us for 11 years? It's because we constantly promote. We constantly promote. Just that's all we do. So as you can see here, everyone's having a good time.
Oh yeah.
And that's another main thing as well is the entertainment also.
Hmm.
Otherwise it's no good. Do you know what I mean? So this is the first Bull Run sponsored event, which will be April the 9th. This is for 1,500 people. We've already done 150 tickets already. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know Steve is.
Oh, it's going to be pretty dope. Can I ask you, will this be streamed too? Because you know, kind of like simulcast, live
We
and
we
streamed across.
we can definitely, yeah, for sure. Definitely
Yeah,
have this stream, definitely for sure.
because you
Yeah.
can kind of capitalize on that and kind of double and triple the effect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure.
See, this is exactly what we were trying to connect and make sure that we bring this together, because it's one thing to be making noise in crypto through Twitter and YouTube, but
Mm,
it's a whole different level to be able to tap into a whole, a demographic, a
Yeah,
new genre,
mm-hmm,
and to tap into and collaborate with an existing entity,
mm-hmm,
that's been around for over 11 years already.
mm-hmm,
yeah,
Um, and this will bring much exposure to Bullrun, of course. And we have the right people, the youth, the demographic is great.
yeah.
And so tell us more about how will the setup be to expose Bullrun the most in this, for example, in this, the house club that is actually the home of 100% house.
Um,
Tell us.
Go on, Steve. Sorry.
No, no, go ahead. Tell us about the exposure part and the marketing about how that will be, throughout London or England,
So,
as far as promotion.
so the marketing wise for us, like I said, impressions just alone on Facebook. We just say just for Facebook, anything between 175,000 to 250,000. That's because we use Facebook as one of our tools. So as part of our marketing budget, a lot goes into Facebook. A lot of people don't think Facebook's good, but it works a hell of a lot. And the
mhm,
impressions are really, really good. And especially if you are established also, people definitely take to it. We also have hoardings over here, which we buy, I would say, anything between 1,500 to 2,000 A0 posters. Now, as Bullrun is our sponsor, Bullrun's going to be all over London, Essex, and Kent in this country, aligns with 100% House, all over the country. So that's number two. Number three, we have our DJs in that scene currently are extremely popular. So what we normally do at our events is we get them to maybe wear our t-shirt or have our key rings or our bags or something, and they'll do some sort of content around it. Now, a lot of them, they're dancers. So a lot of them will be doing a lot of dancing in Bullrun t-shirts in places like Leek Street, which is the most famous graffiti ton in the world, like I said. So anytime anyone even does a video down there, it gets a lot of impressions anyway. Do you know what I mean? So
mhm.
those are a lot. There's a lot of tools that we use, as you can see the flyers up on the front there. We use a lot of tools to expose our brand in getting our clientele in, and it's not just a one day thing. This is a thing this is ongoing throughout the year. If it's not one brand, it's gone to the other, then it moves on to the other, So at this moment in time, Bullrun is our permanent sponsor. So Bullrun will be promoted in London, England for the foreseeable future. So in terms of exposure, anytime you see any of these events that you see on like 100% House or Land of the Legends, which we do 4 events each anyway, so that's 8 shows a year. which is what I was saying. The exposure for Bull Run, it's just like it's like 24/7 because we have to promote to get these people through the doors. Yes, we're established, but we have to still let them know that we're there. You know, so we constantly promote, and plus we're also leading up to our festival in the summer. So we'll be doing a few shows before the festival in the summer also. So we have to constantly be plugging at it, promoting Instagram, Facebook, you know, and obviously our DJs, like I said, who are very popular. They do a lot for our brands, you know, and yeah, it's just going to be so good for Bull Run.
Yeah, this is a very effective way of marketing, if you really think about it, because not only you get the initial effect, but you also get the secondary effect with the actual patrons of the actual event. They're going to be taking pictures and streaming as well, so you're
Yeah,
getting a duplicate effect of what's
yeah,
already going on. It's very
yeah,
effective. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. People are already asking what is Bull Run.
Hmm.
You know, I've already had phone calls already. You know,
Exactly.
so the thing is, what it is it's I'm changing the mentality of this industry anyway by doing this because there is no brand out there sponsored by any crypto anywhere. So
That's big. That is so big.
this is what I'm saying. I'm literally
Hmm.
changing the game with with this. Well, sorry, we are changing the game with this. And this industry has hundreds of thousands of people, and as you can
Yes.
see from the festival, we don't book small people. That DJ, he's the biggest uh, EDM DJ in this country, and he costs a lot of money. That's why you see a lot of people there, you know. So the exposure for Bull Run, it's just going to be intense,
Hmm.
especially this year because we're doing a lot of events this year. And Bull Run is going to be everywhere we are, you know. So exposure wise, it's just gone up a notch for Bull Run. And as a lot of people should know, London is one of the best capitals, if not one of the biggest capitals in the world, and well known also,
Yeah.
you know. So we're changing the game without a doubt. This is changing the game because you'll probably start to see people trying to do things similar to this, but it's not going to work, unfortunately, because yeah, this is a real life utility with a real life crypto. So yeah, I can't wait.
Absolutely. Well said, Darren and Crypto Launch. What I can add to this is that when we came to the space, we wanted to do things completely different. You know, like I say, this space is very competitive, and you have to do things differently. You know, we don't have to reinvent the wheels. Those things that work, let's go ahead and do them. But there's a lot of things that also don't work, and we had to make them different. You know,
Hmm.
uh, we have the foundations ready. We got the fundamentals. We got the sustainability. We got the like the scarcity of the token, low supply. We got the staking going, the USDC distributions, but now we needed the exposure. We needed to tap into the right demographic. We needed to get involved with the youth, with the new market that is still very young and untapped. And what better way to do this with an existing entity that has been doing this for over 11 years now already, doing these major events that are being sold out, and especially being the sole sponsor and being the main sponsor there,
Yeah,
and getting all this exposure, with the right folks, with the right people.
Yeah.
And these will be events going throughout the year. It's not a
yeah,
one-off thing.
no,
This partnership entails, events back to back. Like there will
Yeah.
be events going on, and we'll be switching through between sponsoring them, but also like Darren you mentioned, we'll be also holding Bullrun.Life events as well.
Yeah. So
So
Bullrun.Life, I didn't really touch on that, did I? So with Bullrun.Life, for those who didn't catch that, Bullrun.Life will also be having its own event and eventually going on to having its own festival. So this year, minimum, Bullrun will have 4 events for 1,000 people each one. There will be house events. They won't be sponsored because it will be a Bullrun event. Outside of the Bullrun events, they will be sponsoring 100% House, Lands of Legends. So the exposure for Bullrun, like I keep saying, it's all year round. So when one event stops, we move on. That's it.
absolutely, and that's the part of this. That's the beauty of this partnership. It's it's open end. So these will be the events that will be going back and forth. Once one is done, we go to the next. So it will be permanent exposure, permanent marketing, and permanent being in the faces of the right demographics, the right crowd, and this is huge. And community, this is a special announcement that we wanted to make in this live today. Nobody knew about it, so it's a major surprise for everyone. And community, you've been pushing so hard. You've been doing the best you can, and we've been doing this in the back. So we have this very very strategic partnership, and we're really excited to be able to announce this to you because this is major now. This is major. This is now international, going to a different crowd, focusing on a specific demographic, and
Yeah.
this is ongoing. So ongoing exposure throughout the year, on billboards, on the tickets.
Yeah.
Have you touched about the online ticket shop that also will and how many people are actually there, and how you go about promoting so that they understand the reach that we have also?
Yeah. So on the right hand side, you can see the ticket ad, the event. Sorry, D. Sorry. 1 second. 1 second, Steve. 1 second.
Sure. As you see on the bottom right, there is a ticket ad. That's also part of the 100% house. That's the online ticket website, where you can go and get those tickets for those events. So even on that website, of course, Bull Run will be displayed on the website. It has a traffic of over 5,000 people a day. So as far as exposure, we will get real proper exposure on this one.
Yeah. Sorry, Steve. My son was waking up. Sorry.
No
um.
problem.
So yeah. So yeah. Well explained. Yeah. So on the right hand side, ticket ad is also a part of our organization. So as Steve said, the impressions on there are between 5 to 7. Start to go on ticket ads probably sometime next week, in time between Monday and Wednesday, I would say. So anytime anyone buys a ticket, Bull Run will be flashing on the website. Anytime anyone goes to the event section, any section on there, there will be a tab to click on Bull Run to go straight to the website. So the exposure is just never ending. And to be honest, this is how we've had to get our brands out over the last 10 years. We've just had to go overboard because fitting in the industry where there's a lot of people alike your brand, you have to stand out. Do you know what I mean? You have got to stand out.
Yes.
So this is why I've got a ticket website, and I've got brands also. So, you know, it helps with the exposure without a doubt.
It's very competitive, that whole space. You know, one thing I like about this is the way the campaign is refreshed, and it's ran redundantly. Like you said, when one stops, the other one starts.
Yeah.
It keeps everything fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's powerful, man. And this particular demographic, they're very interested in NFTs too. So this is another plus for the
100%.
platform. You know what I mean?
100%. They love NFTs, crypto. This is the demographic of people, for sure.
Absolutely. So I'm really excited about this, and we couldn't wait, community, to share this with you, because this is exactly what we needed. This is another piece to the puzzle that we need to really put BRL on the map and understand, make the industry understand that we're really here for the long run. And this is another partnership that we did. Like we always say, we believe in collaborations. We believe in collaborating strategically with the organizations that already have a strong foundation in their expertise. We don't have to start from scratch if we can collaborate with already a strong organization such as 100% and Land of the Legends that have been in the space for over decades. So we're really excited about this, Darren. We're looking forward to this.
No, we're definitely looking forward to it, man. 100%. No pun intended. We are looking forward to this, definitely. It's something that is just completely different from what any other coin is ever going to think about doing.
Yep.
Ever. You know, it's just, there's no other way of doing this. Bull Run, within the next 6 to 8 weeks, are going to have their own event for 1,000 people. Within the next 6 to 8 weeks, I'm literally just sorting the date out. So by Monday, Tuesday, I'll have the date secure to give to Steve, and then we'll be doing Bull Run's first event before the sponsored event in April, so we can kickstart the year on a high.
Absolutely, that's the way. That there's no other way to kickstart this year. We ended the last year very, very strong, and we pulled the momentum with us. So 2023 Bull Runners is our year of exposure, of putting ourselves on the map, of doing things differently. You know, we're tired of the same old cookie cutter strategies. It's time to connect real world utilities to our brand, to BRL, to our community. And what better way to get exposure like this?
Well,
Now,
the other, sorry to cut you, Steve.
no, go ahead.
We're forgetting the main thing for Bull Run.
Yes.
So with Bull Run, the events, what our plan is to do buyback and burn. So from the profits, we're going to buy back the token and just burn. So we're going to do at least, like we said, 4 minimum a year for Bull Run. There may be more, but 4 minimum a year. And the main thing for us is to buy back and burn from profits.
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that out. And I was about to say the same thing, you know. The main no, it's good. It's good.
That's
The
big,
main
man.
utility for all this, besides the obvious, which is
And
the
that's
exposure.
forever. Sorry to cut you, Steve. That's forever. Just so everybody knows.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's
So
ongoing.
that includes the festival also.
Yes.
Damn. That is very, very cool.
That is the main utility for this. So just to break it down for everyone, because we're explaining everything about what our plans are. But the main utility for this is to buy back and burn from the profits from all the events that we do and the festival also.
Man, I
Yeah,
mean,
you had
you getting the exposure, you getting all this greatness, and then on top of that, the icing on the cake, brother, is the burn. You know what I mean? We need a hand clap, man. Where's the hand claps, bro? Hold on. Let me see if I can get through. Can y'all hear that?
yeah, yeah.
We got to get some hand
See,
claps, man. You know, that is
see,
fantastic, bro.
Yeah, man.
this
Yeah,
is something very unique, and this is
very.
what really sets us apart. And I always believe in strategic collaborations. And before I continue with this, Darren, please tell us how did you even how did we get this partnership done? Tell me how you
Okay.
everything
So
was
let
set
me
up.
go back. Let me just go back a little bit anyway. So I don't know Steve personally, but I knew Steve from Ship. So he done Ship, done well. Then he moved over to Sultama, done well. And then obviously one day BRL popped up, and I thought, because it's Steve, I'm definitely going to buy this token. I just need to know how first. So obviously I read watched the video, read the white papers and all that sorts of stuff. And because of the trust that I had in Steve over the last year and a half, I'd say I've been following him, is to why I bought BRL. So I've been in from day one, probably day two maybe. So anyway, when it was version 2, I had a little problem with the NFT. So I went in the chat and I said, can someone help me? And someone said the best person to ask that question to would be Steve. And I thought to myself, Steve? There's no way I can talk to Steve. This is impossible. Because to me, Steve is a celebrity, as far as I'm concerned, because of what he's done. To him, he's modest, so he's not going to, but to me, he's most definitely, in England, he's a celebrity.
Yeah.
110%. He is a celebrity. He's made a lot of people millionaires in this country in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Me being one of them. 110%. So I followed him because of these reasons. So like I said, anyway, I was in a Telegram, and he said speak to Steve. So I messaged him, and he messaged me back. I thought, he's actually messaging me back. I couldn't believe it. So the first thing I did, I couldn't believe it. Seriously, I couldn't believe it. So the first thing I did was thank him for, I don't know him from anywhere, but I explained to him, said, look, I was going through some issues at the time with my son's mum, and I had to go to court. It cost a hell of a lot of money. And, I was following his channel. Like I said, I followed him through tokens. And like I said, he made me a lot of money. And the most important thing out of all of that was I was able to get full custody of my son. And without that, following Steve and, all the stuff that he was doing, it wouldn't have happened. So I had to thank him for that. And I honestly thought I would never, ever be able to thank him because he's, to me, like I said, he's a celebrity. You know what I mean? It's Denzel Washington. So, for me, he was unreachable for me. So, like I said, I thanked him and all that. And then we went on to the NFTs and stuff. And he was able to help me with what I needed. But yeah, man, that's the story to how I managed to get this partnership with him, because I said to him what I do, and he was nice enough to hear me out, and he did. I said to him, look, we should partner up, because I've got this really good idea where we can, get exposure for the token, like ongoing exposure. and a good partnership where it's any events that we do sponsored by Bull Run, and we can do this buyback and burn thing. And we came to an agreement, and we made it happen. But I'll say here live on stream here, it's like with all my heart, thank you to Steve, because if it wasn't for him, my son wouldn't be sleeping in that room next door, because there's no way I would have been able to afford to get him out. It costs a hell of a lot of money in this country to get a child out of the situation that he was in. Do you know what I mean? So, as a community member, I had to be a community member of Bull Run because of the trust I have in Steve, without even knowing him. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, respect to Steve, definitely.
Thanks a lot, Darren. I appreciate you sharing this with us. And the respect and love is mutual, brother. And I remember that day like it was just earlier today. It was really like it's amazing what crypto does. Like it connects people, it brings people together, and it's just amazing how. That's why I appreciate the community so much as well. You know, um, this community is unique. I've been privileged to be in a couple of communities, but this is a different one. Um, I can't thank the community enough. Because this is something that comes out of the community again. You know, uh, these are individuals who are members who've been here from day one, day two. They're part of this. So we are growing organically something that is turning into I don't even know how to put it. This is turning into something very special
It
from
is.
the ground up. So we're really looking forward to this. I'm so excited about this. And I hear there's a question here. Combo Cabbage. I'd love Steve to go into detail for people that don't quite understand the buybacks burn with this partnership. I'm extremely excited, but I want everyone to fully get it because this is huge. Um, yes, Combo Cabbage, excellent point you made here. And let me break that down. What this really means for the bull run community. First of all, this is a lifelong partnership. This is a partnership that is open end. It goes on and on throughout the year, one event after the other. So the first one is just the full exposure, constant full exposure, because promoting an event goes between 3 to 4 months, full blown. And that entails the tickets, ad, website, the tickets themselves, the billboards. And once the event is here, it entails all the banners in the clubs, in the events, the merchandise that the DJs will wear, or certain individuals we designate to be wearing Bull Run logos and designs on them. So the exposure will be massive. This is an organization that has been around for over 11 years, has been doing this. They're celebrating the 11th year this April. And we're the sponsors, we're the face of the event, the Bull Run is. So that will bring a lot of exposure to people. So this is a real life utility that is already happening. And as we speak, the promotion is starting already. And another thing is actually within 8 weeks, I'll announce this once we have the date set. We are hosting our first Bullrun.Life event with up to 500 to 1,000 members. So this will be a massive event, and what makes it so massive is because the demographic,
Yeah.
the youth, the ones that are really interested in crypto, NFTs. We get this exposure from the right people. It's in their face, during the promotions and during the events, and it goes on and on and on. So that's the one. And now the utility itself is like we said, with the revenues that we'll be making. Some of that will be used to actually buy back Bullrun from the market and then ban them. And keep in mind, this will be going on and on and on. So as long as we're doing these events, that's the main utility. At the end of the day, is to do the buybacks and then ban them. So imagine we have a real life utility that has been going on for over 11 years that specifically goes towards the right demographics that we need. Nobody's doing this in our space. I don't know of any other project doing this. So we are tapping into something unique that we're the first movers to collaborate and partner with 100 House, and we get exposures from the likes such as, and you can talk about the brands that are actually usually are partnering with you, Brandon. I mean Darren. But so that's the main utility, is that we will be able to use some of those revenues generated from these events, buy back BRL from the market, and then ban them manually. And this will keep going on and on and on. And that's really exciting, because now we're connecting real life events. We have a real life utility connecting with the already very, very small and scarce BRL supply. So this will be major. We already have a very scarce supply. We already have the true burn going with
Yeah.
every trade. And now, in addition, we're doing the manual burn after every event. And also, what we didn't mention, Darren, is while the events will be going on, especially we'll be having. I'll have you talk about it. What we will do with the background of the events, as far as Dex to the chart.
Yeah, so we'll be streaming Dex tools in the background throughout the event, as well as the logo for BRO. But yeah, we'll have Dex tools streaming in the back to thousands. So literally, it'll just be in the back streaming throughout the night. And bearing in mind, if anyone can see the times on there, these are 12-hour events. 12 hours. So 4 p.m. till 4 a.m. in the middle of London's, well, one of the most busiest places in London, to be honest with you. Like I said, if anyone wants to Google the Leek Street graffiti tunnel, yeah, you'll be amazed.
Absolutely. And here's a question for you, Darren. They want to follow, the 100% House on Twitter
Yeah,
or on Facebook. If you don't mind putting the link down there so they can,
yeah, I will
the
do.
community.
Put
Yeah,
it in.
yeah. Go ahead, Mike. You're about to say something.
Oh no, the live event is very interesting. I would like to know about the format of that and how that's going to go, because that's going to be pretty big, bro. Real big. I like to know how that's going to work out.
Uh,
Yeah, sorry. Repeat that again. Sorry. Yeah,
Mike, go ahead. He was asking about the live event. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah,
yeah, sorry,
I
Mike.
put up the Instagram too, because I know there's an Instagram too we're talking about, and this is the Land
That's
of
the Land of
Legends.
Legends one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're actually available on their nice page too. Have some nice videos and very familiar scene. I mean, I love the like we were discussing backstage. House is big, bro. This is big for Bull Run in general. The live events, man. I'm interested to know the format of that, because that can be very effective as well, compiled with what you already got going on a redundant level. This is pretty big, bro. But if you could go into a little bit on the actual the layout of those live BRL live situations.
Do you mean as in the BRL?
The live events that we were talking about earlier that you mentioned.
For BRL.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the demographics for that are going to be house music, like Steve was
Mhm.
explaining earlier. So BRL will have its own house event that will be 4 times a year, and we'll we'll be looking to do maybe one around New Year's or Christmas, so possibly five.
Yeah.
Um, and the DJs in particular, um, they're they're extremely popular in this particular scene, and our scene is complete. It's very very vibrant. So the DJs are very young and up and coming, but very popular. Those events that you can see that are packed out, they're not packed out by um, major DJs. Not all of them.
Mhm.
A lot of them are packed out by the young and up and coming DJs also. So, like I was saying earlier, a lot of them are dancers as well as DJs.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of content coming for BRL in particular, because they'll be doing dancing just in t-shirts and stuff like that. People are going to want to know what BRL is. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yes, it's crypto, but at the same time, it's crypto hooked up with a real life business. You
Yeah.
know, it is a real life business that goes on from month to month. If we're not doing one event, we're doing another event. You know, so
Mhm.
yeah. In terms of the live for Brill, it's going into the 100% house bracket basically, and it's
Yeah.
going to be a brand new brand in our scene.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Like you said, you have the T-shirts, and I can kind of visualize this and the scene, and this that would be very cool. You have the moving advertisements basically with the T-shirts, and I could
Yeah,
see the scene, bro. It's gonna be wild, very
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, definitely. The exposure, it's about the exposure at the end of the day,
Hmm.
and it's going to be exposed
Yep.
day in day out. That's the thing, because we have to. We have no choice. We
Yep.
have to promote these events. We're not we're not what's the word, big headed enough to just put an event out and just say, oh yeah, everyone's going to turn up. It's just not going to work like that.
Yeah. No, that's not how it works. You got to promote it,
We
whatever the
have
brand is.
we have
Whatever it
to
is, it
promote
could,
it.
promoting it just makes it better.
Exactly. We have to promote it.
Absolutely. Um, like you touched on it already, and we can't stress this enough. It's just the utilities are endless. It's actually a combination of utilities. For one, we finally get that that space, the exposure that we need to expand and to grow as a community. And then we have the use case that go along with it, which is the ban. We can do the buybacks and ban manual in addition to our regular uh, built-in true ban mechanism. And then the third one is we have a real life utility partnered and collaborated with an existing organization that has been running already for over a decade. So this is very special community. This is something that
Hmm.
and especially a niche, like you said, Mike. This is something that is very popular,
Yeah.
especially in London. It's very popular, and this is the youth, and this is where we want to be recognized. We want the brand association. We want people to be able to understand that what's Bull Run,
Yeah.
and then once they look into Bull Run, they understand that we are a crypto project that is serious, that does things different. And because many people, if I talk to them, I don't know about you guys, but often when I talk about crypto with new or with strangers in a restaurant, we start a conversation. Often here it's in connection with losses, rug pulls, all these sad stories. So that's why it's so important to bring. That's why we like, it's Bullrun.Life. It's also about living. It's
Hmm.
also about experiences. So that brand uh, Bullrun.Life will be associated with these memories, these events that are taking place. And once you see them all over the place, of course, you'll start. And we're getting exposed to the right demographics. I keep saying this. This is the big
Mhm.
part of it. This is the major part of it. So, community, we're really excited about this, and we will keep doing these collaborations. We'll keep them coming because we need to set ourselves apart. Like I always say, it's a very competitive market, and we'll keep pushing. We'll keep working in the background and making more collaborations like this to take us to bigger heights, to bring more exposure to us, more awareness to us. And let's make sure that we push this. Let's make sure that we continue doing what we're doing step by step. We'll be marching forward. We are setting us, we're putting ourselves in a position where we're not waiting for the bull run to come. We're busy building, we're busy collaborating, we're busy setting each other in a way that once the market comes, will be known, will be a brand that is recognized, um, uh, especially by the youth, and we'll get that exposure ahead of time, before everything really kicks off and gets really, really heated up. So I'm really excited about this community.
Yeah.
And what
Yeah,
do you think?
definitely.
No, no, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. This is very powerful. And I want to echo this part. When you factor in the true burn that already exists, that's a very dynamic. It works. We already see it work. We're over 15K worth of BRL burned, true burn. You couple that with what is going to happen with this massive campaign here that we're talking about on a redundant level. And like
Yeah,
you said, Steve, this is going to be redundant as hell. It's a lifetime situation. It's not like a 4 week thing and then it's over.
no,
Those burns
no,
combined, they're very powerful. So I just
yeah.
want everybody to think
What
about that.
what people need to understand is BRL is going to have its own event.
Hmm.
When it's not having its own event, it's going to be sponsoring one of these events.
Oh,
They don't understand. It's just ongoing. I can't explain how much
yeah,
exposure this is going to get in one of the world's biggest countries. And it's not
yeah,
like my events are for 50 people. That most definitely are not. you
yeah.
know,
No, and then
it's,
you're
it's,
compounding
it's
on that with the streaming. Remember we talked about the streaming? I don't mean
yeah,
to cut you off, but
yeah,
this is powerful, man, because you
definitely,
compound that with the streaming effect, and you're just
definitely.
quadrupling the
That's right.
effect. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Yes.
There's everybody. This is like Mike said. Everybody likes house music. One way or another. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So streaming is another good way, definitely.
Hmm.
But this is huge for us. This is massive. This is massive in crypto. Period. Because people will say they're doing things, and it never comes to fruition. It never
Yeah.
comes up. Steve is one for not doing that. If he says he's going to do something, he gets it done. You know. So this for me is huge because eventually people are going to know what this means. The buyback and burns mean forever, which means
Yeah.
the supply is got to go down. You know,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
that's the main utility. Not on that. On top of that, you get to have fun as well.
And guys, you have to understand this is not a supply that's full of quintillions of tokens.
No,
This is a
no,
very small supply that we're
no.
talking about,
It's going
guys.
to
We're in
become
the
very
hundreds of
scarce.
thousands.
Yep.
The hundreds of thousands. So this is, I guess you would say, it's kind of overkill, and we're going to see results within a short time. Now, obviously not 2 weeks from now, but you
Yeah,
know what I mean.
of
This
course.
is going to be expedited exponentially. If I,
Within time, for sure.
yes,
There's
yeah.
going to be no tokens left
Hmm.
within time because they have to understand that this is a partnership forever.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. So if I stop promoting, which I don't intend to, then the partnership will be over. I've been going for 11 years. I was just saying to Steve, I want to pass this on to my son. He's only 4
Yeah.
now. So how long do you think I'm gonna need to go? He needs to be 18 before he can take this over. So I've got a long time to go. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, the partnership is forever, and it's not just this. At any time, anything could pop up, you know. Because I'm in so many venues here, also, and I've just not utilized them yet. You know, I'm organized at the moment, but once everything is fully, like, the last thing I need to do is get the date for the first Bull Run. Once that's done, and I look at the other venues, then we could be throwing in some more stuff again. Buyback and burn.
Absolutely. I love
That's
the
what it's
fact that you
about.
have two forms of art coming together. You have the musical format, and then you have the the artistical, the
Yep.
physical part of it.
Either way,
It's
there's two
beautiful.
things here: exposure and buyback and burn.
Yeah.
And those are two things, are the main things that are what's needed. Do you know what I mean? For the
Mhm.
token, a real utility with a real life business, not a
Yeah.
fake business that everyone's out there saying they're connecting with, that no one's ever heard of them, or they've made a company up so they can make people think that's what it is. This is
Yeah.
real life. You know, you could go to any of these venues that we are in. You can see it live right there, 26 Leek Street. Go
Mhm.
and look at it. They've just had, many people won't know this, but if anyone was to Google a company called Talk Sport, they've just done the World Cup for a month. They did a fan zone in this venue.
Oh,
So Talk Sport is the biggest sports station in this country, not in London, in this country. And they did a fan zone in this same venue that we will be holding events. Well, I've been in there for 2 years now. But this is where we're going to be, you know? And
yeah.
it's a famous tunnel, very famous tunnel. And again, Steve with the demographics, he's 100% right. That
Yeah.
the crowd that I have, they're crypto crowd. You know, they're very crypto friendly. They love crypto, and they love their drink, obviously, as well, and they
Oh,
love to
man,
dance.
that makes it even better because they, like you said, this is powerful what you said because there's always that educational gap too when it comes to this situation. Teaching because people may like crypto, but do they know how to buy crypto? Do they know how to approach it and get involved in it? And
They know
what
how
you
to
just
buy
said
it.
is a very, very powerful, man,
Yeah,
because you're basically saying they're crypto friendly. That kind of
yeah,
bridges that gap. You know what I mean?
100% crypto friendly, 100%. These lot, the demographics of these guys that come to our parties,
Yeah,
very crypto friendly,
beautiful.
1,000,000%.
This is
That's it.
definitely a trend setting. A trend setting event.
Oh
Very,
yeah,
very.
100%. And
I don't think any crypto, like you said earlier, there's no
there's
crypto
none.
project that's actually crossing this bridge. You know what I
There's
mean?
none, Mike. There's none.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's absolutely none. And people have to understand how big this is. I'm sure they will in due course, but it's massive. It's
Yeah.
massive. Bull Run having its own event and buying back and burning from the profits. I mean, who knows how much the profits will be? And if it does a festival, for instance, I can tell you firsthand, festivals cost a lot of money,
Yeah.
but
They do.
the uptake is also a lot of money. So you can imagine, just buying back and burning the token from a 15,000 sold out capacity festival. People need to think.
Yeah.
15,000, even do that, 15,000 times £40, for instance. Someone get a calculator out. Do your maths.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So
Yeah.
it's things like that. And even if that happens once a year, that's a lot to burn. It's a
Mhm.
hell of a
No,
lot to
absolutely.
burn.
Dare I say fractionalization? But I didn't say
Yeah,
that. I didn't say
yes,
that.
exactly. Do you know what I mean? So it's a real utility that is going to be tied to the token forever. It's not just, oh, you're going to be doing one. When you think about it, when you go to events, you generally tend to go to the same event. This
Yeah.
has been going for 11 years. So people have been going to this event either for 11 years or they're new party goers to 100% House. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and again, you have to move with the times, and we've moved with the
Mhm.
times. We've moved with the demographics. We always move with demographics. That's how we've managed to stay here for 11 years, because we've moved
Yes.
with the times. You know, and I always will move with the times. You know, so yeah,
You
man,
know,
I'm
it's
I'm
funny you
looking
mentioned
forward to
that.
this.
No, it's funny you mentioned that because this particular demographic, especially with this music genre, they tend to catch the wave quicker. You know what I mean? And if you're in the know, you're gonna be in front of that particular paradigm. And Steve, I'm just thinking about the launch pad now and the future NFT projects that are going to be able to take advantage of this as well. You feel me? And that's another a vehicle for the NFT launchpad as well. This avenue. So this is
Yeah,
beautiful.
definitely, definitely, definitely.
I
That's
would
the
definitely
beauty.
want to launch off this pad. I would definitely, if I had a collection, bro, I would definitely be sending you DMs. I would be trying to get on this pad right now.
See, that's the whole idea. I'm glad you mentioned that, Mike. Like
Hmm.
we're just trying to self set each other up in a way that we cover all the corners.
Yeah.
We build in the community. We have the sustainable token. We got the real world use cases. We are very scarce, deflationary. We only started with 1 million tokens. We're doing real world events, and then we're using the proceeds, some of it to do the buybacks and burn. And the larger we become, the bigger we get. Of course, the bigger platform we'll have. And yes, that's the whole idea: is that we become the go-to platform for major NFT projects that want to launch on our project on our platform. So we'll
Mhm.
have the community, we'll have the exposure, and we just not even 7 weeks old now. So we still not even 2 months yet,
Yeah.
but we already have like some major collabs already done, and we'll keep them coming. We'll grow, we'll keep growing. And what makes it even more beautiful is that the collabs that we did so far are with in-house organically,
Mhm.
with organizations or individuals that are heavily invested already as well. Like they've basically been growing with the bull run from day one. So that makes it even more beautiful. So it's with we collaborating with individuals who believe in the long-term vision, and that, like Darren said, this is a partnership that open end. Like it's open, and as long as we're doing these events, the balance will come. So this is the beauty of it, community. And I'll always preach this, and this will always be the philosophy of Bull Run, is to do strategic collaboration. We don't want to do get involved with tribalism, and we're not here to knock any project or badmouth any project, because the only way forward is unity, right?
Yeah.
100%.
We're stronger in numbers. We're stronger if we unite, and we don't just talk it. We really want to live it. And we're living it. We really want to do these collaborations with established strategic collaborations with established organizations that will help BRL uh, to be on the map. And this is the first one that really sets us apart, because now we have a real world use case, with its utility being to even reduce BRL tokens even more. Plus, it brings exposure to us on a daily throughout the year. So there's no better exposure, no better marketing than this, because we have the right people. Like you say, both of you, the demographics is key. We can cater or market to a demographic that is not interested, that is not in tuned. But this is the perfect demographic for us. So we're really excited about this, and definitely looking forward uh, to be starting with these events. Like I say, the first one that we sponsor is in April. uh, the one that will kick off, that will be a Bullrun.Life event, will be in the next 8 weeks. We'll discuss that. We'll announce that again. And so we're really excited about this. These are things that are going on right now. So, like you see, this is the ticket, this is the flyer that you see in front of you right now. It's been done already as we speak. We starting to kick off. If you want to touch base on that, Darren, on the process or where the status is on what's next, with the exposure.
Yeah, so on Monday, the first thing that we're going to be doing is I have a database of about 170,000 people that we've gathered over the years, even more so recently, because obviously demographics have changed a lot. So, and plus, obviously, due to my connections, I have a lot of exposure tools. So Monday, 170,000 emails are going to go out because obviously I need to get it out to the early bird people who like to get early bird tickets. Like I said, we've already done 150 without doing anything really. We've just listed it on the ticket sites, and they just bought it and sold it. But those are the real early birds. So now we're going to get it out. Second, we also have a system where we send out text messages also. So that will go out to about 20,000 people also. So everything that is being sent out to people is going to be sponsored by Bullrun. That's the whole idea of it. So every act that we do, every post, everything will have Bullrun associated with it for the next 3 months, because this event is on April the 9th. And Easter is the first bank holiday in this country, which is one of the busiest of the year. The second busiest is August bank holiday. So, and that's in August. So, yeah, the exposure's unreal around those periods of time, because a lot of people come to London because it's the Easter holidays. Also, we're ordering 2,000 A0 posters as normal. We also do traffic light boards. So basically everything that we do, which is began out to hundreds of thousands of people between now and April, will be basically Bullrun.
Absolutely. That's exposure for you. Thanks, Darren, for elaborating on that. So that the community just has an idea of the length and the depth of the exposure that we're going to get. Plus, we're hitting at the right demographics as well. So this is an exciting start. It's only on our side. It's already the 8th of January, so barely 1 week into 2023, and we just kickstarted and announced our second large collaboration that we did now with Bullrun, with the 100% house. Darren, this has been amazing. You're a very straightforward, honest person. It's been really nice and to do this with you.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Stephen. Yeah, it's nice to partner with you. It's a pleasure, to be honest.
So really looking forward to this, because Bullrun needs exposure, and what better way than to do this with the youth, with the right demographics. So really excited about this, that we'll be having year-round exposure, back to back,
All year
for
round, forever. People have to
yes.
understand this. Tokens don't have this. Tokens stand still when it comes to promotion. What you have to understand is being associated with 100% House, Land of Legends, I'll House You, and doing its own token in itself. The exposure is just there. It has to be there. Otherwise, nobody turns up.
Yeah.
It's very much that simple. And I don't do nobody turns up, as you can see. all of my shows last year sold out. The year before we had a difficult one because of COVID, obviously, so there wasn't that much on. I only did the festival that was still for 15,000 people. You know, during a crazy COVID time. Do you know what I mean? So exposure is unreal. There's so much things to come out of this other than just the exposure. But during the year, it would all unfold. But ongoing exposure for the token, people have to understand that this is going to be up there. Do you know what I mean? Because it's ongoing. How many tokens have you got out there that's just promoting 24/7, 365? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, nobody's really doing that.
They're not, and remember, there's a lot of crossovers with the events, which is why we came up with the plan that when Bull Run isn't doing its own event, it will be sponsoring. You know, so that was the main partnership. The sponsorship was the main partnership, and then we said we would do a whole Bull Run event or events for the year. So as you can see, when's the promoting going to stop for Bull Run? It isn't.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, I mean, you're hitting like the first one I'm looking at. It says Easter Sunday. It's I don't know if that was tactical, but man, that's the way to go. You're in these really popular holidays earlier in the year. You know, with
I've done it for the last 10 years, Mike.
You know, yeah, and I can tell you know what you're doing, bro. Yeah. When I saw that, I'm like, man, he knows what he's doing. He's targeting these very extravagant holidays, man. You know, when people are out,
there's no work the next day over here because it's another bank holiday on the Monday. Yep. So there's no work. So everyone's just like, well, we're not going to sit at home, are we? We need to go out. Yeah. I've always got an event on these types of people know me to do those things. Do you know what I mean? So man.
Perfect time.
Yeah, and I like what Jay Foster said here. For example, the beauty of BRL Vision is we'll have a jump on feeding the token with multiple and endless use cases. That's the whole idea. You know, is to build around BRL token. It's one thing to just make it scarce, and deflationary, but it's another thing to really give it the use case, and to in addition to all that, to make it even more scarce. On top of that, to bring the exposure to us, like we all understand, nobody's doing this in this space. Nobody's doing this in the space.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And that combined with just what Mercy said is another thing,
So you see, sorry to cut you, Steve. You see all these people putting on these big old billboards in New York Times Square and all that stuff. Listen, we do this naturally here. Naturally, I just said I'm getting 2,000 A0s. Someone needs to Google the size of an A0.
No, that's good. That's big, bro.
Yeah. That's massive.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have it's not massive, it's massive.
Yeah.
It's the biggest piece of paper you can get.
No, that's
and we're gonna be getting 2,000 spread all over the place.
Damn.
And it's all it's gonna have on there is Bull Run, the date, 100% house, the venue, and where you can buy the tickets. That's it.
Yeah, nobody's gonna have a problem saying that, bro. I guarantee that. They're gonna see Bull Run. That's beautiful.
It's just so much, and you see people putting up that we're going to be paying all this money to go on New York Times Square and all that. Yeah, we've got all of that in London, Piccadilly, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, we've got all that, but we've also got hoardings, which are very much more effective, especially if you're seeing it everywhere. 2,000 is a lot, you know. So that being spread around everywhere, people will start dotting around, seeing it everywhere. What's going on? Do you know what I mean? So, and then you'll see it online also.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be good. I can't wait for this.
It's the way to do it, man. I can't wait to see the streams, you know. because I know probably I won't be able to be there live, but those streams are going to be very important, so we can kind of share that. It's going to be pretty good, man.
I think yeah, we should set that up. If possible, that would be great. That's a
Yeah,
great idea, and I
Yeah,
see
well,
even
we
the
did,
community.
we did speak about it though, didn't we, Steve? About streaming.
Yes,
So it
hmm
is. We can definitely look at that. I mean,
yes,
I
yes,
was, I
yeah,
was
because
looking
there's
at
a lot of community members that that would be sweet if they could just share that experience through the stream.
yes. That would be great.
No, we can
And
definitely do that. We can stream live from the venue for sure.
Absolutely.
yeah, and back to what Mercy was saying here regarding in regards to the staking. You're absolutely right, Mercy. Thanks for
hmm
pointing this out. Uh, this only happens because the community really believes in the vision and understands the importance of it. So, like we said, the combination of this, what we're looking at, 77% is being staked right now. We already down to 984,000 tokens. Uh, we now are adding actually on top of it use case that will be also doing manual buybacks and burns as well. So we see where this is heading. So it's a nice ecosystem community that we are starting to build slowly. We're starting to add more and more use cases that supports BRL token, makes it even more scarce, makes it even more valuable, more desirable, more demand. So that's how we want to go about this, so that by the time the bull run comes, BRL will be known already. Will be all over the billboards. Will be known already as the token that has the real world use cases.
By
Will be
default,
home.
that'll be done
So
by default. That's done by default all
Yeah.
year round. That was
hmm
the whole thing. When I'm promoting or getting stuff out, it's ways of how you do these things. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just connecting BRO and 100% House and Lands of Legends, and it's not just one brand that is connected to now, or sponsoring. It's connected to a number of brands, which means it has to be promoted all year
hmm
round. By default, it has to be promoted all year round. And like we've said, this is a lifelong partnership that we've signed up for. So it's something that's always going to be there, no matter what happens. What use cases come in. This is one of them.
Yeah.
And this moment in time, I see as one of the biggest ones because it's going in deep into getting new people all the time. Because as the demographics change, we change. Do you know?
yes,
So
yes,
new people come in all the time. New ravers, new party goers every year. New people. You know. So as it's been promoted, that's it.
absolutely,
By
absolutely.
default.
Let me elaborate on what you just said. We have to keep with the times. You have to be dynamic. You have to be innovative. And as a community, that's something that we've been doing from day one. We did things different. Like when we came out, we already came out with a finished product, with a finished use case that we launched. Uh, in less than 2 weeks, we started launching that. We heavily on collaborations, and this will not be the last. Like you say, Darren, this will open doors to more things that we don't even know yet. So community, this is just something that is that it was dear to us. That's why we kept it until everything was ready to go and had the green light. And as you see, the flyers are out already. Starting next week, the exposure, the promotions are going to start. And yeah, we starting to get exposure, and with the right demographics. So this was something that we were really looking forward to, because this was a question that the community was asking. What's next? How are we going to get the exposure? How are we going to you know get known, because it's a competitive market, and so this is the best possible answer we can have. Like you said, year-long promotion, year-long exposure, real life events, in front of the right demographics. This is massive, and nobody's doing this right now. Nobody is doing this. We're the first to do it, Bullrun community, and we're doing things the right way, step by step, but we're building a strong foundation that we're building upon, and this is what sets us apart. This is what makes us different. So I always want to thank you, community, for all that you're doing. You're really pushing this project to the max. You're very engaged. This project won't be where it is without you, and it's just so refreshing to be moving forward like this with the community. That we keep building BRL, we keep building Bull Run, and we can only do it with great and strategic partnerships. We can only do it if we are inclusive and not exclusive. Like I said, and I'll repeat this: we're not here to destroy anybody, or like, we're not this killer and that killer. No, we're actually here to just build a platform that is stable, sustainable, that gets the right exposure, that attracts the right people, that you can call home, a space that is healthy, not toxic, a place that you'll be happy to be part of the community, because that's what's lacking in the space. It's one thing to have a great tokenomics, which we have, great mechanisms, great ecosystem, excellent use cases, but you, community, you make the best out of them. The best utility we have is our community, and you are just amazing. I can't tell you enough. Thank you for helping and supporting to push all this, and I'm really looking forward to our next space, or our next VC on Telegram, where I can get to, like, just interact with you on another level, through voice, going back and forth with you. I really appreciate all of you, and I just want to thank you very much for believing in the project, in the vision, and it's beautiful to see how we are growing this together as a community.
Someone said Coachella for years. Huh. That's an event. That's a nice festival.
Yeah. So I see. Yeah, these are all just. I see Valerie pointing some things out here. Very important. Yes, yes, absolutely, Valerie. You're right. So it's beautiful. It's just beautiful to see what we're building as a community,
Yeah.
and just taking a different approach. Not taking the worn out road that has been worn out before. We're taking a different approach. It might be slower, but it's more stable, and the foundation is the most important thing. So really excited about that. I'm going through the. Have you seen any, Mike, any questions, or Darren, in the community that we haven't?
No, a lot of comments. There was a few. I think I scrolled past. I don't know if you saw that. I think you
Yeah.
got that one earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Community, also, I want to let you know we will be doing a VC, where I'm looking forward to discussing more details with you in case you have more questions. Like I said, you already know Mike, Crypto Lounge. He's a solid community member. Now you met Darren as well. He is already in the community as well from day one or two. He's been around. So when we do a VC, he'll be around as well, so it will be more personal. We
Yeah.
can we can
Yeah.
we can go. We can do that. So in case we missed any of your questions, don't worry. We'll do a VC, following as well. Um, We can even do it tomorrow because it's past 1 on my time. But we'll do a VC as well to make sure that that you get your questions ready in case you still have some that we didn't go through. But it's this live was dedicated to this announcement. We've been working on this with Darren for a while, and to make sure that we have everything lined up. Like I said, the remember, Mike, we discussed this in the
Mhm.
last stream. We don't announce anything until it's ready to go. You know,
Yeah,
that's the sweet part about it, and that's how we want to keep it. You know, we will only announce things that are ready to go, that are lined up already. Everything is good to go. So
yeah,
that's what we did today, and I wanted Mike, I wanted you to be part of this because you also the face of Bull Run, and you know the love and respect is here for both of you, Darren and Mike. Appreciate you being part of this.
Like,
Darren, you're amazing, man, and I'm glad we made this
absolutely.
happen. And I'm looking forward to this amazing partnership and what it brings. I know it will open even more doors down the road that I'm even more thrilled about. You know, what we can achieve. The sky is not even the limit. You know, we're just at the beginning. We're early in this stage, and I'm glad that we're doing things the right way.
Yeah,
yeah, man. Thanks for having me, Steve, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
And
good,
nice to
good.
meet you as well, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely, Darren, man. And we're going to be on Crypto Lounge too. We're going to go back to that Monday, probably Sunday. What do you think, Steve? We'll probably get back on Sunday and then roll into Monday. We'll do back to
absolutely.
back, and hopefully we can get Darren to come on out, and join us as well.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Just let me know.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll be doing that more often. Community, I want to thank you all for being part of this stream today. It was important for us to do this announcement to you, and I'm glad that we were able to do it. And so you have an idea how we are moving forward from here. We'll be getting maximum exposure with the right demographics, and the use case will be always after these events. The idea is to not just host the events and get the exposure, but actually do buybacks and burns as well. So I'm really grateful for all of you. I'll give you a platform, Crypto Lounge. And Darren, if you have any final words you want to tell the community or any thoughts that you want to share before we wrap this up.
Yeah, we love the community. The community is they're always they're tearing up Twitter, like you say, Steve, killing Twitter. Always in the Telegram, always a positive situation. You guys know who you are. You know what you do. I appreciate what you do as well. And I know Steve loves you guys. And it's just a beautiful movement. And Darren, it's great to meet you. I love what you're about to do. Can't wait to see this mature, bro. And I don't, all I can say is a good thing. So I'll leave it at that. And please, everybody, take care of yourself and be safe. All right.
Yeah, Steve, thanks for having me, man. Nice to meet you as well, Mike. And yeah,
Absolutely. I believe, Thanos, if you're listening, if you're in the stream, this was your question that you had asked. How we moving forward as far as exposure, as far as marketing, and this is for you, brother. In case you don't hear it, in case you are not in the live, I believe you'll watch it and listen. And this is for you, brother. This question that was answered for you. So thank you very much, community. Love you all very much. I appreciate you very much. Uh, and like I said, we'll be on a VC soon. We'll announce it when that time comes, and then we'll also be on a crypto launch as well. Thank you, gentlemen, Darren and Mike. It was fun being with you here. Thank you very much for your time.
yeah, man. Respect, Steve, man. Respect to the community as well. Nice one, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely, guys.
All right, family. Thank you very much. I wish everybody a wonderful rest of the day or the night, wherever you are, which geographic region you're in. And like I always say, let's keep in touch. Thank you very much for all you do. Thank you for pushing and making BRL putting BRL on the map. Appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much, and let's keep in touch.
Yes, sir. Everybody be safe.